Hi everyone, welcome. It's Lavender Sky Panther. It is Tuesday, March 26th, 2024, and I'm back with you for a little fun little card reading today. This one's going to be a little different in that I drew out 4 cards, and actually first I had crystals on the table, 4 of them, and then I pulled cards and just kind of asked what everyone needs to hear today, that it finds you, this message, whatever message comes out, and also, that it jump and pair to the correct stone or crystal I have on the table, and they really did. So this time around, I'm going to maybe just touch on each card, just read the face value of it, the obvious. And then I think for this reading, I invite you to, once you've picked your card, do your own little reading on it today. Really look into it and see what it means to you. Again, I'll just throw out just something a little minor, and then I invite you to dig deeper on each one. Either one or all 4. You can choose 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. All right, so first up, though, I'm going to say the name of a crystal, and just in your mind's eye, see which one seems right to you before I show you what they look like. So we have orange calcite, selenite, Caribbean calcite, and Presley bluestone. Okay, from the Presley Mountains. That's the one that is in the inner ring of Stonehenge. Okay. All right. So again, orange calcite, selenite, Caribbean calcite, or Presley bluestone. All right, let's get into it now that you've made your selection, hopefully. Okay. So the first card up is How Can I Go Higher with the Bobcat? And the overall message or underlying message there is climb. So we catch this bobcat. It looks a little confused, maybe just a little uncertain of what it's doing. And, it's asking the question, presumably, how can I go higher? But it's right caught in the middle of the state of descending, or maybe it's just lounged on the tree somehow funny. But the point is, it's asking how to go higher, but it's on its way down. So for this, face value on this message is, sometimes, we've just got to go recalibrate, reset ourselves in a good way, take a moment out, take a pause, kind of stop the momentum on what we're doing if it's taking us in the wrong direction, go get grounded, get set, and then, try again. And this time, physically reposition ourselves and align ourselves to match what our intent is. So if the intent is to go higher, then we got to physically realign our body, our thoughts, and everything else to go in that direction. So to not contradict ourselves and make things harder for the universe, for spirit, for God, to help move us into the right frequencies, and so that we can match our words, thoughts, and actions, and get in alignment so that we can go higher, right? All right, that's it for that one. And again, I invite you to go ahead and really take a good look at this card and the crystal, get your energies off of it, feel it out. And I'm going to go in detail up here too, really look at the details of the card. Okay, even to the fact that it says, how can I go higher? But the go looks almost like a 90 or a 9 to me. We've got like 3 little pyramidal forms with the circle on top. To the right, we have the number 3 maybe scratched out there. And let's see if there's anything more detail-wise on the bottom. Not really. And then I'll get a good look at the face. Okay, well, good luck with your own reading. And if you feel like it, if you get any nice messages, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I hope they show up. As most of you should well know by now, this channel got intensely shadow banned from the day one that it came out. I mean, I have, I think, over 500 videos, and it's not even showing me 300 subscribers. So right away, something's wrong, and I've been on this platform for about 4 years. So anyway, as I've said in the beginning, it's not about the numbers. It's about the reach, and that, if any one of you find it today, you are exactly who it was meant to find, or you find it, okay? So anyway, best wishes, and until next time. All right, now we're going to go to what I'll call, not even number 2, it's if you chose the selenite, and there it is. It's really pretty, the way it kind of has that nice sheen, little flash back and forth. And your card is, let's pan slowly down, number 2, spirit guides or celestite. So I'm going to come back over this beautiful crystal grid and just go slowly over it. And on this one, I mainly want to see what jumps out here to you, or what overall feeling or vibe. Clearly we're talking about spirit guides. I'll just say a little snippet, and then as I mentioned in the beginning, and like everybody this time around, to kind of do your own more in-depth reading on this. I'm just going to give the face value, a little message off the card. So for me, this is an invitation to get more in touch, or at least a little more aware of your spirit guides. They can come in many forms. As far as animals, it doesn't have to be quote unquote your spirit animal. Like if you have one that's like your one that you know is more or less a companion to you. It could also be whatever animal spirit you meet in a given day. Like the other day, a snake started coming right up to me. I was working in a garage, and I had the door open, and I was just going about my business, boxing things and sorting things, and then all of a sudden I looked up, and this black snake started coming right for me. Luckily, non-venomous, like a what do you call them, like a ringneck snake, a garden snake, some type, harmless one. Anyway, a black racer is what I meant to say. It was more of a black racer, but still sizable enough. And I love, all living things, but I gotta say I'm not a fan of the snakes. I'll deal with them if I have to, but it looked and felt friendly, though. It was like coming up to me to say hi, and I was in a particular very kind of zen, peaceful vibe at that moment. So I know it must have felt that. But unfortunately for me, I don't enjoy picking up snakes, so I kind of felt bad. I kind of went like, like move out, and was trying to put down like bags to guide it out, because I didn't want it to get stuck in the garage. I was going to be leaving. I didn't want to close the garage door and then have it, die in there. So, I was like, oh, sorry, snake, I appreciate your kindness, but I can't reciprocate right now, and please don't get trapped in the garage, was where I was coming from. So my point is that you never know when a little spirit guide like that might find you. Again, that was a good intended one, thank goodness. So spirit guides, are for daily, or for, your lifelong one. Can also be your guardian angel, angel guardian. Some people have more than one, from my understanding. And also in the quiet moments, maybe just try to really sense it out if they're around. Lately, just because I've been able to get into some really calm, quiet moments over the past couple weeks, I could swear I feel like the faintest, like, like somebody, like, just kind of, how do I want to say this? Sorry, I'm like a little groggy. They fly their hand over your head, and you feel air movement over your head. I've felt that a couple times, and I know it's not air conditioning coming on, because the air wasn't even on. And so sometimes just by being very still, if we kind of, put our extrasensory awareness out there, we might start to pick up hints that they are around. So anyway, best wishes to you, getting in touch with your spirit guides, or kind of them coming to you, you consciously reaching out to them. Just remember, they are there. There's so much in the unseen plane and unseen dimensions. We've just kind of, I think a lot of us have taken it for granted. Not everyone, but of course a lot of us. And now is the time where we might be started to be asked to, pay more attention. A lot of people are starting to see movement out of the corner of their eyes. If you look in your periphery, out of the extreme right corner, right side of your view, or left side, you might start to see little movements here and there, and you could swear you saw something, but then you look and you don't see anything. That's the other realm, getting our attention. We're starting to maybe get activated, starting to see deeper into things. Frequencies are changing, and so it's very exciting times. All right, that's all I'm going to say for now. It's actually more than I wanted to say, but have fun seeing what comes up for you around this overall message of spirit guides. And if you'd like, if you have anything coming off this card for you and you want to share, feel free to do so in the comment section below. I hope it will post, as I said with group 1 or the card 1. Obviously this channel was heavily shadow banned the moment it came out, and I have over 500 something videos by now, and it's not even giving me 300 subscribers, which I know is completely false. But as I said at the very beginning, it's about whoever finds this, you really were meant to find this channel, or it was meant to find you. Just happy you're here, and it's not about the numbers. So thanks for stopping by, and I wish you all the best. All right, for anybody who chose the Caribbean calcite, actually I'm going to move this one around. This one's really different. It reminds me of the beach and beach sand, and It's got a very nice feel to it. But anyway, the card that wanted to jump out and pair up with this one is really beautiful. We've got some crystalline energies here and even an egg, and this is called Crystal Dragon Sound and Color. New healing modalities, rainbow rays, solfeggio frequencies. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this reading this time around is going to be more about you taking a real good look at the card. And here I'm going to pan slowly over it. Okay, and I'd just like you to see what kind of a feel that you're getting off of this card. Do any messages pop up in your mind as you look at it? Anything, that you feel? To me, it's, of course, a very cosmic vibe. I mean, even the speckles on this rock, it reminds me of the galaxies and constellations. And the egg, to me, seems and feels very much like some type of cosmic egg. But anyway, actually, this particular card, I want to not say anything and just leave this up to you. I'm going to zoom in one more time here and just see what you're, feel and sense what you're getting off of this card, energy-wise. Okay, and I will leave a part with one message here for me that came up is, I don't know if you've seen it, it was a meme a while ago, many years ago, but it just so sums up what I'm feeling off this card. And there's a picture of looking at the Earth from way zoomed out into the galaxy, again, picking up kind of the stars, the galaxy, up in the cosmos kind of feel off of that. And it, you're looking out from space, basically down on the Earth, and then there's a little, oh, sorry, not on Earth. It was looking down on the Milky Way. Sorry about that. The meme was looking down at the Milky Way from way zoomed out, and they had a little red dot and a little message, arrow pointing it to it saying, "You are here." Okay, so illustrating that we're just like this teeny thing in all of the galaxy, right? So that our day-to-day problems that might seem so monumental, we might want to think of that image of just zooming way out, looking back down, and just seeing how inconsequential, or really not frivolous, but how insignificant our most, quote-unquote, worst worry here on Earth can be. Now, of course, there's some very difficult situations people might be in right now. I don't want to make light of that or, take away from that, except for just saying, even the very worst situation that you could find yourself in, or if you're concerned for a loved one, just remember, this is going to be one little kind of generic message now. Just remember, we cannot live the life of another person if you're worried about another person. And each person has their own role in this game of life to play. And each person has choices to make. And certain things, tend to, what I'm going to say, kind of tumble out and evolve out of those decisions. And if it's something really bad happening to someone you love, or even to you, just remember, God and the universe, whatever you consider your higher power, always gives you more than one chance. You don't just get, usually just one shot at something, one chance, and then that's it. Usually a loving God, a loving universe will give you more than one opportunity. So really listen, right? And don't spend out and waste those chances if you're given them. And even if you do, okay, we're given free will. And we are allowed to do that. We can play this game any which way we want. And there's sometimes that we're doing everything perfectly in loving kindness and things happen that just are seemingly adverse. And they're just certain things that there's a vaster, bigger picture, beyond our seeing at the moment, that things are going to happen. And so it goes back to the old, is it happening for me or not, or it's happening for me, not to me. So that when any seeming adverse thing comes your way, if you can get into that mindset and zoom off the chessboard, zoom up out of it and look down on it. Don't be playing on it. Be the omniscient observer. Don't be the 3D person in the trenches battling something out on the chessboard. You zoom out and you can see the overall game, then you start to see the bigger picture. And then you start to, really realize what's really important, what's not, what seems tragic, what's just life lessons, etc. And once your spirit lives on forever, nothing can destroy that ever, then you know that this really is just a game here, and we really are just here to have some experiences and move on. Okay, that's more than I wanted to say. But anyway, I wish all of you all the best here. And if you did get some things, get some messages coming off as you looked at the card yourself, feel free to post it in the comment section below. Hopefully it will post. I don't know if I said it on this card already. Forgive me if I have. Just kind of repeating on each card. But as you may well see, this channel was shadow banned heavily from the very beginning, from the very first day it came out. So if I have over like 500 videos and I don't even have it showing as 300 subscribers, the math kind of doesn't add up. I've been on this channel for 4 years now. But anyway, as I've said in the beginning, it's never about the numbers. It's about whoever's meant to find this channel will, or if it finds you, and I'm grateful that you're here. So again, best wishes. Till next time. Okay, here's the last crystal up, is the Presley Bluestone. Now you'll notice it has a bit of a green cast, and I think the difference is that when it's out in nature, it's more of a bluish hue. When it rains and gets wet, it can turn a little bit more greenish, and since this is a tumbled stone, it's going to have that sheen on it, so it looks a little more green. There's feldspar in here, and some say, yeah, those are like little stars, right, on a darker background. Anyway, let's look at this card now. I'm going to go over it first without saying anything, see if any messages come to you as you see this. All right, we have seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. So we have acorns, we have some seed pods. This kind of flower of life pattern almost looks like a Native American type dream catcher even. One of these little seeds and sprouting things looks like a heart. And then we go back up the top, and actually these look like, these seedlings, they look like wings, right, of some type of insect, like a wasp or something. And then we have what look like dandelions up at the top. Okay, so I'm going to go back, pen back one, I'm going to kind of go over this. Sorry, my mouth can't keep up with my brain today. I'm just going to kind of slowly go over this card again quietly and see if anything comes to you. And again, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness is the message from seeds. All right, so I'm trying not to say too much in each card, and in this case, I just want to say what's coming to me, and you'll do your own interpretation as well if you like, is that, here at the center, it looks like a star. Like if I even turn the camera, and align it this way, you see more of the star. And for me, it says, that's the God spark. That's the thing that starts it all, even within us, in our heart space. And that's the origin point, that's where it all begins. And the circle then reinforces that there is no beginning and no end. But there is the center. When I say it begins, there is something. There's the kernel, the kernel of something. And that is the source of it, and that is that spark of life. And from there, everything starts expanding outward, and ever continually creating. Now, in this case, this seems self-contained, almost like a cell of the body with a nucleus, or the cell of a plant with a nucleus in it. And those start to multiply, and then they all form one bigger thing. So, again, I think just the general gist of it is that the seeds in life are, go hand in hand. And then from that also is the word, creation and what that means. So for now, I just am getting, of course, it's a great time to go out in nature and just be one with nature and just look all around you at the enormous creativity in all of life. And maybe let this be a nice reminder to get out there and be creating if you're not already. Some of us get locked into kind of doing routine things and don't really find the opportunities to be creative, no matter where we are. Even if you're in a kind of a more mundane or seemingly repetitive 9-to-5 job, or whatever you do in your day-to-day just seems kind of not substantial, just seems kind of maybe hollow. You can always find a way to be creative each and every day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and always a way to share and spread and grow kindness. So it's kind of not a very cohesive card today for me to bring it out to you. I'm also a little out of step and a little out of sync today. I don't know why. But anyway, see, I guess it's still reminding me too of ever expanding in creation, starting from that first seed or kernel or spark of life. Because at the very top, we have these dandelions, and, as you blow them, things spread and go, infinitely outward, into the sky and out over the land. So I guess, for me, the message is maybe what's resonating with you more, being that, initial spark of life, the center here, and ever expanding outward in more of a kind of a rigid way? Or are you more like this little dandelion, and you have the center to it, you have everything, but it really just spreads out infinitely. Nothing is containing it, right? Nothing is more, it's not more rigid and controlled in the creation. This one is more free-flowing and just kind of letting more randomness, enter the equation in the creation. Okay. Well, as I said with the other cards, as you can see with this channel, it was heavily shadow banned from the day it started with, I have over 500 videos, I think, by now, and it's not even showing that I have 300 subscribers, which is quite a technical and an impossibility since I've been on the channel, having the channel for 4 years. But like I'm saying, it's about who finds this channel, or if this channel finds you, not about the numbers. So regardless, I want to thank you for being here and look forward to seeing you again here. All right. Well, that's it for everybody, for all of the cards drawn. Oh, and I didn't get to say for this one, for the Presley Bluestone people, feel free to share what you got off this card, if you got any messages. And the reason why I talked about the numbers, I kind of did it out of order, probably made no sense to you why I talked about it, was that I meant to say this first. If you've got any messages off that you'd like to share off this card, feel free to put them in the comment section below. And the reason why I talked about the numbers and the shadow banning is I know sometimes the comments don't appear. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I hope they get through. And if not, know that it wasn't me. It's just the platform and their crazy, nonsensical censoring. Okay? All right, so I think that'll do it for now for all the cards. And zooming back out, also another little message might be coming to you off of this little playful deer. You look at the face. And then just so you know, the candle for aroma side of it is lavender and white sage, okay? All right, and I think I'm feeling it just to pull one more card randomly. I'm just going to pull it from, oh, that's pretty funny, because I saw it flip up earlier. This one, just for a little bonus, if anyone needs it, wants it. And it's funny because this is the same deck as this climb card, so it usually has an animal on it and something to ponder. But in this case, I think there are 4 cards in there. I think it's a sun, a star, clouds, and something else, probably the moon. And where it has no message, and it's just like that. So what I want to do is, this pairs well with this the Selenite card, with blue calcite and spirit guides. So I think the message that we're going to close on is very much asking us to get in tune with our higher self, with our guides, which can be your guardian angel, can be whatever you believe in to be higher in frequency, bringing you good vibes and messages. I want to put this here too as well. The Caribbean calcite seems to go well with this. So it's probably, nice little invitation to daydream. Feel free to daydream, and as often as you can today. And maybe also if you can get in touch with water or the ocean or some type of body of water somehow, or even if you can't, maybe it's an invitation for water to draw a bath, or even just put water in a bowl and, throw some either herbs or like things like mint or holy basil or, potpourri, flower petals, maybe just anything. Maybe use that as a source of meditation. Look at it and meditate. Okay, well, I think that's it for now. I wish all of you tremendous peace and love, and until next time, Lavender Sky Panther. Bye.